Welcome, my kin. Welcome back to speak Olin Odinson. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whichever it is for you, Capricorn. Let's get into your weekly message, your weekly reading. So, I'm just gonna shuffle the cards as we talk about the runes that we have here. Um, Without a doubt, this is a relationship reading. This is a relationship reading, 100%. So we have this lovely rune, Tiwaz and Manaz. We have these two accompanying this reading over here. And with this is associated, has associations with the god Tyr. And I'm not going to get into the detail of it because I don't have the full knowledge of it yet. Still got to read the book completely. Y'all know me. It's going to take me a good year or two to finish a book. Anyway, um, in the book, you see this as a scales on each end of the spear over here, if you will. Um, so I mention that because two things might be very much be dealing with a Libra, but just for some of you, obviously that's not going to resonate for all of you, but generally I'm just getting this just Libra energy presence in this dynamic right now to balance out an understanding or to just balance out the situation, whatever has been misunderstood, whatever has been pretty much what I'm seeing is a conflict that's being resolved here. For the most part, this is since it's in its upright. Yes, if this was in its downright position, then something. All I would sense is calamity. But what I'm getting here, what I'm actually sensing, is a piece of serenity. And white flag came into is what they showed me, and I'm seeing a white flag, white flag. But I need to show you guys the imagery of this so you can just get a little sense. Look, it's the skills they're balancing over here with their relationship. So with all that being said, we're just gonna leave the rooms there and head over to the fairies. Let's see, lovely fairy, lovely elements, lovely spirits, angels, archangels, and dragons. All that is come forth and assist the Capricorn collective, please, with this relationship dynamic, it seems. What is it that is being healed exactly? What has been misunderstood? Yes. I want to know. We would like to know what has been misunderstood. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Soul Shrinker over here, bottom of the deck, Mikolamako. So we'll get to Mikolamako, but for the Soul Shrinker being present as what is misunderstood in this dynamic, so whatever has been misunderstood is related to someone's shadow side. So either you or the person you're dealing with in the situation here, or whatever it is you're dealing with. Clearly, this is a relationship reading. Not going to resonate for all. That's okay. But your partner or something within you, either they're not understanding your shadow side, or you're not understanding their shadow side. And the main reason that is actually is because someone's not letting the other person explain themselves. Someone's not allowing the other person to be present in the relationship dynamic. It feels like, okay, so Miko and Mako at the bottom of the deck, it feels like someone's just trying to have fun. Someone is, anytime someone, and anytime this person, whoever they are, is, just tries to explain themselves, this other person I'm getting, just kind of just completely turns the other direction, laughs it off, and moves forward. Not leaving the situation, not leaving the relationship. It might seem like that's the other person, but whoever this person is, I feel your pain. Just energetically right now. Whoever this is, you're constantly trying to get this other person to understand your perspective, but this other person just doesn't seem to be on the same page with. It feels like they have a choice. It feels like they have a choice to understand you, but they choose not to. They choose not to. But that's what's being balanced out over here. Either it's something that you have said to them. For the Capricorns, alright, it came out in my lap, so it wants to be used throughout the reading. I feel like this is whoever's watching this video. This is your energy, and this, I know it looks like a nasty energy to be in, but how this is just feeling, like I've said before, you're just constantly trying to talk to this other person and get them to understand. Okay, yeah, hold on. You're trying to get them to understand, and they're choosing not to understand for ego purposes, is what this feels like. But that is the energy you're coming from. That is the energy this dynamic is coming from. The situations, relationships coming from. Now that it flipped on the table itself over here, this lovely fairy Miko, Mako, they're prepared to speak to you. They're finally prepared to speak to you, which is exactly what the runes are telling me over here, where a conversation is going to be had. Not necessarily the conversation is going to tie this in together. This feels like more so like an event that forces two people to deal with the situation. No matter how hard another person is trying to avoid another, the universe is going to make sure this situation is dealt with and the skills are balanced. I don't think we're in Scorpio season yet, but completely moving into the next. It's like we're Libra's doing its job once and for all before we go into Scorpio season. I don't believe we're there yet. I need to check that out. I'm really bad with the dates and all that. But I'm cutting the deck, and I am seeing the Victory card, Phoenix, and that gnome fairy energy. So this is a Phoenix rising moment, energy present with a trickster magician. So things are not what they seem right now. A breakthrough is going to happen most definitely in this situation, no matter where it is right now, no matter how muddy it feels. I am seeing the situation resolve, and it's interesting because the energy I'm feeling, this person is over it. Whoever this is over this connection, but isn't over at the same time, because if they were completely over it, they would just walk away. But both parties in this are stubborn, very, very stubborn. It's funny. It's funny, actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Look. Okay. 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 Uno, dos, tres. I don't even listen to that song. I don't know why it's playing. So, Atilany. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. He has this bone on the door. Buddy. Buddy, hold on, give me a second. Good boy. Okay. That's resolved. So, the Gawacha card came out. Lovely, lovely surprise ahead of you, I believe. Well, it's whether it's lovely or not, it's gonna be a surprise. I know some people actually hate surprises. I know Capricorns do because you guys like to plan for everything. Just mildly though, and I'm a Capricorn sun, so that's why I say that. I might be generalizing there, but all the Capricorns I have met, including myself. Not that you dislike surprises, but you rather have been prepared for them, but that's impossible. So release that expectation to know how the situation will turn out, most definitely. Capricorns, release your expectation to how this situation, this relationship will resolve. It just will. I'm just getting that it will. Whoever is drawn to this message, it will. The situation you're in, it will resolve. And the Gawacha card, the Gawacha fairy, excuse me, is present over here, and it denotes a tower moment like event. But it's like tower moment mixed with Wheel of Fortune. So if you've been a good boy or girl, this is a really welcome surprise over here, and it feels really welcome. Bottom of the the fairy deck, we have the fairy who is kissed by the pixies. I'm getting this is going to be the general sense of the energy that you are going to be left with after this moment of tower-like frequencies occur. This is just drink it. Drink this energy, Capricorn. Drink it. Look at just the fairy in this. He looks like he's in a surprised state. Feel that, because some of you might not believe that the situation will resolve. And in order for this to happen, you must believe in it. You must believe in the good that will come out of this. Okay. Now let's head over to the... What is it? I love this new deck. I haven't read the book at all. I don't plan to. But it's Tarot of the Hidden Realm. I have too much to read right now in order to... But no, this is a new deck, and I want to completely be unaware of just what the cards mean. I want the intuition to go do its thing alone. Okay, so heading over to the tarot, excuse me. Let's delve deeper into the relationship dynamic over here. Oh. Wow, okay. Nine of Wands, definitely at the end of the significant phase or cycle here with the 9 energy present, 9 of Wands. Fire energy, lots of passion. There's a lot of things that one could say in this. So even though this energy, okay, that one wants to be present. Even though this energy is like this in the state, kind of nagging the other person, but it's not nagging. It's the way this fairy energy is present over here. It's like I said, someone wants to be understood in the situation, but the other person wasn't. But now something is going to force them to understand, and it's not even going to come from you. So don't get prideful about this, saying, "Oh, they're finally going to understand I was right." Haha. No, it's not even that. You might be surprised that you're not right. It actually might be the other person didn't want to hurt your ego. So now that you're prepared for this next part of the relationship, all that might unfold. That actually might be the case for some of you. So some of you, you might just be undergoing an ego death. There's a lot of Phoenix energy here, so there's a lot of inner transformation here. So okay, so it feels like your person has left you out in the cold over here with the 5 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck over here, and then the cards that flipped out are the Hermit and the 9 of Wands, you know, the wounded warrior and all that. So you're just at, Capricorns, you're at the final phase of this Phoenix moment. Because remember, did I not show you guys the Phoenix card earlier, and what is present over here? Lots of fire. You might be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy or frequency, wherever it is in your chart. But the fact that the fire energy is present twice and the Phoenix energy is present twice, I feel like this is a rebirth, but a rebirth, not necessarily one of those rebirths where you're just constantly doing inner work. This feels like, I don't even know how to describe it, the rebirth of the location around you. So this is not even your rebirth, this is a rebirth of your environment. That even makes sense. This is like a rebirth of everything. Thank you. This is a rebirth of everything and everyone, not just you. But we do have the 9 of Wands and the Hermit over here. The Hermit, that isolation energy with the 5 of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. This does feel like someone has been left alone. Someone has been left alone to fend for themselves. Interesting. Someone has been left alone to fend for themselves. But it was to discover something about yourself, whatever it is. Whatever that something about yourself that you are to discover. It has to do with this Phoenix moment. Just to give you guys that imagery again. Now let's get some more cards out over here. Oh god, when the cards fall. And not just one, but two, but three, but four, but five. But every single time, there's always one that singles itself out. If you guys even heard me at all, the cards that single themselves out. The loudest one. Ace of Swords. Oh, I love this. I love it. If it comes back, I'll talk about it. But it's at the bottom of the deck, so I'll leave it be there. Well, bottom of this deck. So this is what fell out, amongst other things. The bottom of this deck is the 9 of Swords. So 9, again, you guys are just at the last step. Wow, and as I went like this, I looked at the 9 on this card over here, this fairy. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of 9 in this reading. You guys are transitioning into a lovely 10 frequency. Thank you. Wow. Remember? So this, remember how I talked about the event in this situation that's going to transition it into the next part, which is this energy. 6 plus 4 is 10. Lovely. So 10, the ending of that cycle once and for all. You're just going through the remnants of whatever it is that won't be in the relationship moving forward, which is all this phoenix-like energy. You're just burning away the last bits of poltergeist that are lingering in the wall, if you will, in the walls, and the environment around you. It might be that they're okay. So I'm getting there's some negative influence in you or whoever you're dealing with that has constantly been a detrimental factor in your relationships, and now your awareness is being brought to it because you're ready. And if you're not aware of it, you will be. You just will be if you're not, because with this energy, either you feel it now or later, but it's inevitable and it's happened and it's destined and it's fated. Yeah, some clarity is going to come out of this. No matter how long it takes, they're telling me, no matter how long it takes, you will understand whatever this is, because the card that singled itself out over here is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so you will understand whatever it is that you must understand, why this relationship went through this. So I guess we will use the rest of these cards, and then that's how we'll end the reading. Let's see, so the Moon, yep, there it is. Okay. Sorry, if you saw the light do that, a pop-up occurred. Okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. There's so many 7s here. There's 3 7s. Excuse me, let me get it out of the screen because it's like covering my face and everything. So you have the Moon card. I'm not gonna show you all the cards. There's way too many. I'll show you. Silly me. We have the Moon card. I love this depiction. Oh my gosh! And then we have the 7 of Cups. Justice. 7 of Swords. Oh, I didn't even see that. It was hiding behind that one. Interesting. 7 of Wands. Excuse me. 7 of Wands. 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords. You know, we'll leave the last one to talk about it for just the final. But I'm not going to go into detail about each and every single card. I'm just going to grab the general meaning of all of this. So give me a second as I gather, because there's a lot of cards. I shouldn't be reading this many cards, but I feel like I should for some reason. So you have the Moon, 7 of Cups, Justice. There's that Libra-like energy that I was talking about earlier. This is definitely getting that balanced. Someone was lost. Thank you. Someone was lost. 7 of Cups. Someone was off doing God knows what. However way this person liked to have fun. They were off in their own temptations. But it's right beside Moon. So the moonlight coming from you or this person. I feel like it's you, Capricorn. The moonlight, however conflicting that moonlight may have been, and I say that because whatever energy is present over here, it's not an easy one, but it does feel like there is so much good intent behind the current energy of this right now. Because remember, I pull this to help us understand what was misunderstood. And it's someone was seeing someone as a villain when they were just trying to be understood in this situation to balance out and be on the same page. That's going to get resolved, as we have been discussing, with this justice balancing that energy. And then right beside that, Seven of Wands and Six of Swords, this is just putting down the fight and moving towards an easier location and direction. Now, this is where the other person's energy comes in, thank you. With the Seven of Swords and the King of Pentacles, this is what's behind that? Okay, before I get to that, the fairy who's kissed by the pixies behind that is a Libra card. So it's funny. I would be surprised if you're not dealing with a Libra or just an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's so much. Hi. Hi, baby. What's up? What's up? Oh, he's so cute. Okay. Okay, I'll play with you after the video. Alright, so quickly, let me wrap this up. I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to make it too long. Behind that, it caught my attention because I wanted to get more on this before I talk about it. But I am seeing why this other person seems facetious towards your emotions. They're not taking you seriously, it seems. That's because they have other people's emotions to take care of. Interesting. With the Seven of Swords and the King of... Excuse me. my sweet Siberian husky. You must sit down. Sit. My lovely boy. Boy, stop it. Sit. Please. Thank you. Let me finish the reading, my guy. Oh my god. What happened? Look at this other being that I have to give my attention to right as I talk about it over here. Because with the Seven of... I'm gonna just have to go like that. With the Seven of Swords right beside the King of Pentacles, this is a family man, and he's with his child over here taking care of his little fairy baby. Baby. And this is interesting because, I'm sorry, this is just more information is coming in, and it's interesting because I'm seeing the feminine energy, or whoever this person is. I'm seeing you just wondering, kind of just like, why am I in this situation right now? Couldn't it be easier? And so you just, because with the Six of Swords right there, you're wanting it to be easier. You're wanting it to be less muddy. So you're just looking up to the skies and not understanding this, which is why this is coming. Because finally the universe is going to help you understand. And if you do understand, then you're going to be rewarded. Regardless, I am seeing you being rewarded in this situation. Because whoever is this reading is for, you've gone through a lot. This person, not necessarily this person has made you gone through this, or made you gone through a lot, even though they have. But it's always bigger picture than that. It's never finger pointing. You must choose if you desire. But I suggest you choose the path of love rather than the path of fear. Fear is the path of insecurity. Love is the path of security. Feel secure in your own path, in your own journey. Do not fight for... don't fight for what is yours. Let me word this wonderfully. It's just, you mustn't feel like you need to describe or fight. It's just that word wants to be used. You mustn't feel like you need to fight for this other person. They must simply, if it's free will, always. Fear isn't free will because it's I need because of this, because if not, then the fear thing will become. Love is okay, accepting, unconditional. You want to stay cool, you want to go cool. It's all of that. But I am seeing this person because I'm getting whoever this message is for. I just keep going everywhere. But I'm getting whoever this is for. You have been solo. You have been single. You have been in your own presence with the hermit energy, just evolving. This other person um, just has been more physical in the 3D, most definitely. They have been more in the 3D with the pentacle energy over here. But with the moon, I'm getting this is your moonlight that is emanating from your words, your own light. Your moonlight finally seeped through the crack over here, seeped through the crack, and this other person felt it, heard it, and it brought them out of their haze, or is going to bring them out of their haze of the 3D realm, of 3D understanding. Since you might be dealing with an air sign, they might just gravitate more towards needing intellectual understanding in order to move forward. But what you're offering them is something much more, something less shallow. Because with all this fire energy present, the fire being you, this phoenix fire energy, you're offering life force. Not to them, just to you. This is not about them, but this is what is being understood. Now, with the Seven of Swords, how I'm seeing this is this guy is looking towards the direction of your energy, of the moon energy, of all of this, of all that's in between this. Because this moonlight has tempered and balanced this, whatever, this whatever, this, just, what's a good way to say that? This misdirection of their path, thank you. It's not necessarily a misdirection, because it feels like, whatever they're dealing with, it seems like something serious, because it's King of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords, it's secrets. They're holding secrets from you. It's something that they just didn't, whatever, remember how we said earlier, they don't want to hurt your ego? It's something about not wanting to hurt something, you, just not wanting to hurt you in general, but it obviously can get more specific. For some of you, it's ego. For some of you, it's your heart, because this other person has been lying about something, or just not necessarily lying, just hasn't told you about this other life that they have been living, this King of Pentacles, this entire kingdom of a family that they have, even. So something is going to be understood. An event is going to unfold to help this situation be balanced once and for all. The advice that I'm really getting for you, Capricorn, is to just don't try to extend your beliefs and energy in order to secure something. That's a fear-based path. Try to sit in the love-based path, where you're just loving and accepting, not forcing things to be in your vicinity, and not just being in an unconditional accepting space is all. Just rise in this Phoenix romance. Rome side message. Anyway. Anyway, maybe you're gonna feel like you're in Rome just by being in your own presence and energy. Yeah, just ride this wave of your Phoenix moment, because you're going to come out of this lovely, I feel. Definitely something is being balanced out. Anyway, Capricorn, this is the message we have for you. I wish you the best. I wish the Capricorn Collective the best in this, in dealing with this energy. I am available for personal readings. All that information is available below. And I say to you, my lovely kin, travel safely through the night. Oh, it's all the way over there, the bow. I'm sorry, you guys. We'll do it. Travel safely through the night, the mind, into the lights of the divine. Who I say to you, with this arrow of hope and love, farewell.